Do you see Draymond? Oh my god.
Oh, are you talking about the thing with Jalen Green?
Yeah. Do you see what he said? He said he's telling him to paint. He's doing the nail painting. Oh my god. Draymond is. Hey man, he is something else, dude. He is
Hey,
something
man.
else,
Hey,
man.
you know,
No comment, dude.
uh,
Uh,
Jalen Green. What I saw was Jalen Green like lunged at him talking trash after the loss, and you know, you don't want to get into a battle of words with Draymond Green,
no, you don't.
particularly after he's hyped after a win. Like, you're definitely not going to win in that scenario. If you beat the Warriors, you might be able to say something to him and get it over on him. But in that scenario, no, he's going immediately for something that's going to really hurt on the inside.
You know, like Draymond's like, the one guy that just if you're talking shit, he's the one guy that says something and then everyone's like, "Hey, dude, come on, man. Like, come
Yeah,
on."
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, man.
come on, man. Hey, come on, dude. Like,
Come on, man.
uh,
His
remember
sister's
when
going through a hard time. Why are you doing that? Like something we were just like, man, that's just a little too much.
exactly what I'm talking about. That's exact.
Yep.
It's like, dude, it just one step too far. Although this isn't one step. This is fine. But
No, but
God, I
he's
can't.
always what's the metaphor? He's always straddling the line, seeing how
Yeah.
far he can push it, and so
Yep.
whatever. Let's say all that sort of stuff here. All right, let me get the link and everything where it needs to go.
If all adds up, you tell me what you want. I will do the rest. Actually, you know what? Let me open up my Lucy. I need it for the show today. Let me do Lucy tonight.
Yeah, you got it.
Pause. Shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say it like that. But
No, we'll go with the same flow we did last time. So I'm comfortable with that. You're comfortable with that. No need to reinvent the wheel.
oh my god, dude! Hell yeah, brother! Look at that.
Nice. All right. I say we get this bad boy going. Appreciate everyone who's here. We got enough people in the house that it is time to get this show on the road. And I say we do it. Let's pay a quick bill here, guys. Presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 and use the promo code welcome to Light Years. Andy Lou, I'm just going to say one thing. Stephen Curry, the Surfside's to you. He's 37 years old, and I feel like I've seen it all with him. And then he just does something that it really does feel Tom Brady-ish to me, where you're just like, why can't this go on another 5 years? Why he feels I know it sounds insane, but I think he's a better player today than he was in his unanimous MVP season. And I don't mean in the sense of unanimous MVP season was insane because he did it for an entire 82 games. But in terms of his ability to turn up, control a game versus any defense with, quite frankly, any supporting cast, like his mastery and command of the game right now is at the highest level it's ever been. I mean, he just beat what is the best defense in the NBA without Jimmy Butler, with his two best supporting players offensively being Buddy Hield and GP2. That's like all-time stuff. That's, like I said, that's like Tom Brady figuring out how to beat the Mahomes Chiefs with like Julian Edelman as like his best receiver type of stuff, And I don't know. I can't get this analogy out of my head because it's one of those things where I'm like, he just keeps getting better at an age where it makes no sense for a player of his skill set in this sport where like athleticism and physicality and size matters.
You know how like we've watched a lot of great players the last however many years, and everyone always loves to say if they can't win a game, they don't have enough help. Steph has always been fascinating to me because he's that one guy that never says anything. You'll never hear it from the media. You'll never hear it from him. You'll never hear it from anyone around him. He just never complains. He just goes and just does his job. And more often than not, it works out. Do you know how many first round series he's ever lost, Sam? Do you know how many first round series he has ever lost in his entire career? Yes. Well, I think maybe one actually. I guess the Clippers, but like
No, no.
dynasty,
Well, yeah,
dynasty
sorry.
days,
Yeah,
dynasty
it is
days
the Clipper
zero.
ones, you're right. Yeah.
That don't even count. Fuck that. Like that don't even count. Like we're talking about like when he became the best.
Playing's a bigger worry for Steph than the first round. Let's be real.
Yep. And so that's the crazy thing to me, right? Is like he's he just does it. He's smiling. He's having a good time. He played 41 minutes tonight. He was just Sam, I don't have words. I feel like you took a lot of what I wanted to say out of it, but all we need to know is that Buddy Hield tonight was the second best offensive player by far. Buddy Hield. And then GP2 took over down the stretch and scored 9 points in a row. GP2. GP2, I don't think plays a single minute on a lot of these teams in the postseason right now. Not a single minute. And he's out here dominating, absolutely dominating because of Steph Curry. So I just, Sam, I don't even know where to rank this. I'm not going to do the where does this rank in his like overall performance. All I know is they won the series game one, right? Because of the performance. They freaking won the series again. They won the series again tonight because of this, because we assume Jimmy's back. Looks like Jimmy's going to be back per the reports. Yeah, it's just unreal. Unreal.
And we can honestly we can go at the Steph Glaze session for 2 hours if we want to. But
I'm down.
I mean, when you play like he played tonight, it's warranted. But I also want to call out the rest of the players who played in this game. I thought this was this is an undermanned team, and I'm watching them. I'm like, man, if guys just hit open shots, they're running away with this game, because I liked the process. I thought they generated some really good open looks most of the game, but it was a lot of young players. There's a lot of young players and a lot of guys who are like marginal shooters. They're figuring out who they are. Moses Moody, Pajemski, Post, like those type of guys. If you told me coming into this game that Pods, Moody, Kuminga, and Post would go a combined 2 for 15 from 3, which is what they ended up at, I would have been like, they're losing. I thought the recipe for winning without Jimmy was going to be, Steph and Draymond have to do their thing offensively and defensively, and then the role players hit more shots, particularly 3-pointers, because it's at home. You feel better. You see it go down a couple times. Not really what happened in this game at all.
No.
It was a grimy game. Like, in some ways, I kind of respect and like the Warrior young players more because it didn't go their way. It didn't, like, you were expecting this to be the type of game where Pods and Moody hit like 4 threes combined in the first quarter.
Yep.
Everyone's feeling themselves. Everyone's like dancing after their, but it was the opposite. They couldn't hit anything all night. And the Rockets really kind of dictated the tone of the game. It was a physical, grinded out game. And the toughness to just stick with it, which is really, I think, all the Warriors ever need. Like, in some ways, the Warriors formula is as simple as this. It's like, don't quit, compete, fight through it, and at some point, Steph's going to get loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you don't quit on the game, he's probably going to come through at some point. And like, let's be real, like Steph didn't really assert himself for the first quarter and a half. It's like a classic. It's both different from like classic Warrior Dynasty, and also it's the same formula we've seen over the years, which is like, focus on doing all the little things. Number 30 will find a way to generate the offense and get the ball through the hoop at some point, even if it is ugly for the first half of the game.
I'm going to group all the surrounding cast together today because I actually don't think there's anyone to single out that was just really, really bad. And I think you made the point of, in a game like this, you need people that give effort and aren't scared and don't back down. And that's super cliche. I mean, that's like I watched NFL draft this weekend. It's all the cliches that you can hear are about, football players. But this series is as close, I think, to probably a football game as you can get in the basketball world, right? Like, you don't have two of the most skilled basketball teams in the world outside of probably Steph and Jimmy. Everything else is a rock fight. And I like to think of it this way, it's just guys grew up tonight. Guys grew up. Moody grew up tonight. I thought he had some misses here and there, but he was not scared to shoot, was not scared, and he was in Houston. Quentin Post didn't make a shot tonight. He made one shot, but let's look at the rebounds. 12 freaking rebounds. He battled, right? He actually wanted to shoot. One of the heat checks was kind of crazy, right? But he did it. Pods, huge tonight. He looked like he lost 10 pounds. Didn't matter. Hit that big mid-range shot at
Don't
the
eat,
end of
hey
the
bro,
game.
don't eat seafood in Houston. What
Yeah, what the
when
fuck
I
is
saw the report, I was like, what are you doing, man?
I don't know what you eat in
night
Houston, but I feel like
night before a
seafood.
playoff game, and this guy's going to get some, halibut or like some.
Omakase? You think he was
Yeah,
eating you
exactly. I
think
was
he
just
was
like,
eating
what? No,
omakase? What are
it
you
can
feeling about?
wait, dude.
He's
There's
definitely
good
with a
seafood in
girl.
the bay.
He's definitely with a girl. Had to impress the girl. I thought Pods was probably the best. Pods, man, when I watch Pods in these games, I'm just like, man, he's the guy. He's jumping in for rebounds. He's getting hit in the nose. And then I think Buddy and GB2, we talked about it earlier. And then the last one is Kaminga. I thought Kaminga played really well in the second half. I thought he played some huge, like he had a huge 6-minute stretch that kept the game in the balance there. So every single person, Sam, I thought grew up. Like, you're not going to sit here and say like, like to your point, like Post didn't hit 5 threes. Like I think if we sketched out a win tonight, to what you're saying, like we probably was thinking Pods, Moody,
I was
Post,
thinking
probably
you
12
get
threes.
the young players would hit some shots. Everyone would have felt good
Nope.
that way. No, it
Nope.
was the opposite. This is
Nope. Just dogs. Just dogs.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like if you told me none of those guys would hit shots, I'm like, fuck, like pregame, that would have been my thought. But actually, in many ways, it's more impressive to me that they were able to
Yep.
fight through it and do this. Let's talk Kuminga and let's talk starting lineup because I was shocked. I was not surprised Jimmy didn't play. The way they were wording it, I thought it was a coin flip, and I kind of thought there's a very good chance of be like, let's sit him here, let's give him a couple extra days. It's going to be better for the long run. Uh, I did not expect him. I did not expect Steve Kerr to insert Kuminga and Quentin Post into the starting lineup.
Whew.
I get it. I get it in terms of if you want Kuminga to have his best shot at success, you want to put a guy who could shoot the ball to really open up the court for him. But ballsy move. Ballsy move to go with a player who's been out of the rotation and like you don't need me and Andy to recap like the contentiousness around the Kuminga situation. And then Quentin Post's just a rookie. Like he's a rookie. Yeah, he can shoot it. He's definitely a tough guy. He's definitely fearless, but it's like you're kind of throwing him out there and putting a lot of responsibility. Were you surprised Steve threw this out there?
I thought Jimmy was going to play, so I was opposite of you. I thought he was going to play this whole day. I was looking forward to it, but so yeah, I was shocked. I guess when he said, "Hey, if Jimmy's not going to play, we're going to have to rethink everything." I think that was probably the point. I think that was probably like the what he was thinking the whole time because I
Mhm.
Kaminga's not going to be effective if he's not going to have some spacing around him, and you're just setting him up to fail if that's the case. Now I don't know, like he wasn't great in the first half, but in the second half you kind of saw like, hey man, like if they're going to set him up on an ISO of Fred VanVleet in the post, that is like a really good shot for the team. So it's like, yeah, I get it, right? They can't double him if they try to dig in on him, he can pass the post, who theoretically can make a shot. So it does make sense. I don't know what the plus minus for the starting lineup was for the game. I don't know if I thought they played greatly, but just this whole game was kind of the same. Whether it was a starting lineup or the bench, it was just when they came in, just to starting lineup defend it well enough. Saying like to me tonight, like I don't want to like go on another tangent, but Steve Kerr cooked Udoka, cooked him, cooked him. It's
Yeah.
just there's nothing Udoka can throw at this Warriors team that he like back to your starting lineup point, he started Kuminga and Post, who are probably not the two most trustworthy defensive players, and Houston couldn't do a damn thing. It could not do a damn thing, despite the fact that Steve Kerr threw out that starting lineup. Like that's ballsy stuff by Steve Kerr. Ballsy stuff.
It is, and to your point, the starting lineup didn't necessarily give them an advantage. Like they didn't win the plus minus battle in those minutes, but they also didn't lose the game, which I think is the more important thing. The idea that Kuminga would be able to randomly become what he was right pre-injury when he was playing his best version of basketball, that was unrealistic. I thought what you were hoping for was just to see fight out of this group and seeing some sort of positive impact from him specifically this way. And I think that's what you saw, honestly. Like I think he trying to think of the right way I want to put this. I think a lot of the reason they started this lineup was because they wanted to re-engage him and make him feel good about
Yep, that's
himself.
right. That's facts.
And I'm
Facts.
fairly confident the veterans were the ones who probably went to Steve and be like, start him. Like it's the best way to get him going. If it doesn't work, we'll just move off him, but we don't lose anything by starting him, right? And I think it worked. I think to your point, it worked. I thought the first half was subpar, but I think in the second half, he was a lot better and he made a couple key plays in there and he did provide some impact, which is really all I'm looking for. Like just help the team in some capacity, you know?
Facts.
I don't care about, if he averages 22 points a game in 2 years. I don't care about his contract situation. I do not care about how Joe Lacob feels about his lottery picks or any of that. What I'm concerned about was like, let's figure a way for him to help the team because he can help the team. He does do certain things and have certain characteristics that the team could use. But because of the situation, because Jimmy kind of took his job and rightfully is getting those minutes, he kind of fell out of the rotation. So the hope was just find some way for him to contribute because ultimately, even if he's contributing as a 12-minute per game guy, that's 12 minutes of positive play you weren't getting from someone else. Like everyone plays a role.
Well, the way that he guarded Jalen Green for that second half, that's just stuff that the rest of this roster can't do outside of like Moody and like Pods probably, right? Like in those guys. So you just need another guy to do that.
Mhm.
And it's like we've seen it. We've seen it from him that he can defend. It's just like go do it. Hey, I want to point one thing up because Kamingo's good and stuff like that, but we're spending a little bit too much time on him. You called before this game. You called. I don't want to go to break yet. We really gotta talk through this. That Buddy Hield would win the Warriors a playoff game. You called it. Buddy Hield
that's, my,
tonight.
that's my guy.
29 minutes, 6 for 13, 5 threes, plus 14, 17 points. Got yelled at by Jimmy for dribbling. Closed the game. Win.
Fair, by the way.
Boom.
Don't
Boom.
dribble, Don't dribble, buddy. Like fair by Jimmy. Jimmy was doing his best Iguodala impression on the bench. I
Yeah.
appreciated
Yeah.
that. That was Andre does the like stern immigrant dad on the bench move. Like there's a famous one with Wiggins where he's like,
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
it's like
Yep.
everyone's favorite meme, that type of thing. It sucked Jimmy didn't play tonight, but he did the same thing with Buddy, where it was just like, come here, buddy. Well, let's have a conversation about who you really are. Look, man, he's in his perfect role on this Warriors team. They play a motion offense, which takes advantage of the fact that he moves. Dribbling, not so good with him. Shooting while running off of screens, very good with him, right? And his problem has been on other teams that either want him to stand still and be a stationary shooter while like James Harden just dribbles in circles, or they want him to do more with the ball. Neither of those are the best way to use Buddy Hield, in my opinion, right? Like, if you're a shooter, it kind of sucks to just never touch the ball, right? But also, nobody needs to see him dribble the ball, right? So it's there. The system fit was there, and then the role fit here is perfect because the Warriors are using him in the exact role in which he should be, which is like a de facto sixth man, right?
Yep. Yep.
If
Yep.
he's feeling it, he can get hot. He could score 20 in 10 minutes. He can put points on the board. He can hit some ridiculous shots. But if he's not feeling it, they can go in a different direction. And tonight, to me, they needed him because they didn't have Jimmy. They were searching for offense. And he brought it for large stretches of the game. And GP2 brought it down the stretch there. But they needed it. They needed it. And you know what? Shout out Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
I'm
It's been the type of
he's
season where I think it's easy to, and I've done this myself, so I'm not going to act like I'm above any of it. It's easy to get really frustrated with the way that Buddy Hield plays, even on a night tonight. Like to your point, he had 17 points, but I just I like watching games for myself, just me and Risa. And but obviously you have a million group chats going on, right? And all the times, people that watch games, that people that are fair weather fans that watch games, they're like, "What the fuck is Buddy Hield doing? Like, why isn't he benching?" I'm just sitting there, I'm like, "Hey guys, like I get it, Buddy Hield's annoying, but he does have 17 points. Like he does have 17 points. Like he
ain't
is
not afraid to shoot the ball, which is another issue in these moments. It
he's
like
not
works
afraid to do a
both
lot of
ways.
things. Yeah, he's not afraid to
Yeah.
do a lot of things. I'm just want to shout you out, dude. Like you've called it. You hope you've wish casted it. They needed it. They needed it for this, dude. They
Definitely,
were
definitely was talking to the man above at certain points, but like, please, please do
yeah.
it for buddy.
The
Help
Houston
me out
Rockets
here.
fucking deserve it. They deserve this. The Houston Rockets. We didn't even talk about the Houston Rockets. I'm sure we'll get to it. Man, the
I
Houston Rockets. Golly, what am I?
We have a lot of people who want to call in, and I want to
Yes,
get to
yes,
them now because I
yes.
feel like we can take it forward going from there.
Okay.
But I just want to also we've hit on it before. I just also want to say just GP2. Like I wanted to trade him at the deadline, not because I disliked him. I just thought he had an expiring contract. I thought he was cooked as a player, to be honest. And I
Yeah.
thought, like, look, man, use him, use like Looney's expiring, which pained me because Looney's my guy. But I was like, just use them, go get talent. They'll always be loved. And honestly, since the trade deadline, GP2's been fucking good, man. He's been really good. He's been as good as he was in the title season. And tonight was just they don't win this game without GP2. They need him to step
No,
up. And
absolutely
it's like
not.
one of those things where it's just like, that's crazy. Cause I was ready to call it a day with him. Not because I like disliked him or anything. I just thought the injuries had caught up to his body. Um, it's kind of my favorite type of story because like he is kind of the type of like role player who grinds his way to a role like you love to root for. So I love the fact that it worked out, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
man.
easy guy to root for. Easy,
It was
easy guy to root for.
it's the best. And his dad in the stands tonight. That was great. Like, it's
Oh
just
my guy.
it's the
Yeah.
vibes are great, man. It's just it's there's nothing like it. GP2 is probably like the second or third best 3-point shooter on this team now, which is hilarious. So it's just games like this, just the hustle is the best. The crowd I thought was really good tonight for the Warriors. I heard multiple Warriors chants, which was awesome. Just like they
I saw
like
people wearing the shirt. Hashtag
I,
wear the shirt,
I
guys.
my
Wear the
goodness.
shirt. That's what matters, right? No, it's a great win. Honestly,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
5 game series. That's what we're getting right now. That's what we really need. Um, Honestly, I see all the people want to call in. We're going to
Yeah,
get
let's
to
go.
you in 1 minute.
We'll go.
So
Yeah.
we'll get there, but just let's pay a bill. Guys, springtime is here. Baseball season is officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players in your prize picks lineup. And with the basketball playoff push here, now is the time to join prize picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. I played a nice lineup where I flexed both Juan Soto and Moses Moody. The type of lineup, I might not have thought of doing pre-prize picks, but now I'm getting exotic and having fun with it and mixing interests, having some good times with everything here. On prize picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports, combine your favorite baseball players, your favorite players from basketball, hockey, esports, tennis, golf, whatever it may be. If it's going on, you can throw in your prize picks lineup. Prize picks is the best way to win real money this summer. So, guys, it's this simple. Download the app today and use code LIGHTYEARS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5. That's code LIGHTYEARS. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5. Very simple. You deposit 5, they give you 50. Essentially, I'm giving you $45 to sign up. Prize Picks, run your game.
Light Years Podcast. We are brought to you by this is one of my favorite sponsors, Lucy. Lucy, 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. Look at this, dude. Look what I got. Look what I got. I got some Lucy breakers. They got my favorite flavor, berry citrus. I love berry. 15 capsule pouches in them, 4 mgs. It's all you need, dude. It's really
I'm
all
a
you need for a
post.
game like that. What
I'm
are
a
you?
post podcast Lucy guy, to be
Yeah.
clear. I not during the pod, but right afterwards when I get to editing, Lucy time.
Mm, mm. I love it. If you want more of the nicotine, you want less, you want longer strength, you want different flavors, they've got it all, man. They got mint. I know people love mint. So straightforward. Go to Lucy. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/lightyears. Use promo code lightyears to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code lightyears to get 20% off. And here's the fine print. Lucy products only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. All right,
Oh, dude, we got a lot of people who want to
let's
call
go.
in. And you know what? After a big win like tonight, fuck it. Let's get them all on. So we're going to let Mika's bat lead off.
To the Lightyear's
because
Gooners.
last time Mika's tried to call in, I kept him on hold for like an hour. It was so we're switching up the batting order, lefty righty matchup. Mika's hitting leadoff tonight. What's up, man?
Mm,
Boys, that was a good one. That was a good one.
mm.
That was a good one. And I wanted to just talk a little bit. I have a little story to tell about my family. And my family, half my family, my mother's side is from the Bay Area, from San Francisco. So,
Nice.
but my mother's sister, my aunt Anne, she was born with spina bifida, and she was supposed to die like literally when she was born. Like they closed the curtain. They said, she's not going to make it. She lived to 64 years. She lived with my family for 10 to 14 years, but she was very smart. She did crosswords all the time. She did puzzles all the time. She was like a brilliant woman, but her body, she was like, about 4'1", 4'2". Her body, like, I love the woman. She passed away, but she had like a kind of a mangled body, like a bad body. She was not tall enough or big enough, to make it. Her organs, they were all a little discombobulated, but she was smart. She was brilliant. And I guess I'm just reminded of her. I think of her when I watch the Houston Rockets half court offense, because like I think that she could have ran a better half court offense than the Houston Rockets
Oh,
half court.
Jesus.
Like, well, because I watch, I watch, and rest in peace, Aunt Ann. Like, shout out Aunt Ann. Like, I love
Well
them, but
done.
like she
Well
could have
done.
probably
That was well
she
done.
she
That was well
she
done.
probably could have ran a better
I didn't
half
know
court
where you were
offense.
going. I didn't know
No,
where
and
you
I
were
and I
going
didn't think you
because I
guys would
didn't know.
either,
I was
but like
worried for a second. Had me in the
she
first half, but that was
she she probably could run a better half court offense than the Houston Rockets, but that's despite her size, she had a smart brain. These guys, great size, no brain
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Low brain, low IQ. And it's a young team and it's a stupid team. And I was a little worried. I saw we were down 12 and I looked at the people I was watching with in this game and I went, look, I saw them come back down 15 to Chris Paul, down to Chris Paul and James Harden, like real players, like real adult, like top, top 40, top 50 all time players, like great players.
I
And I was
know.
like, are we gonna lose to Amen Thompson and Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks? I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like that's not gonna
You
happen.
watch you watch like Jalen Green talking shit, and you're just sitting there going, no,
Yeah,
like
that's the one.
we
That's
Yeah,
went
I'm
through
like
this with like James Harden, a first ballot guy. No,
yeah,
this is
my
not a real thing.
my aunt with spina bifida could run a better half court offense than this Jalen. Like you can keep it down, buddy. But I guess my question is because, and we know the series is done. Jimmy's going to come back. The Rockets had to win this to have a chance. It's a 5-game series now. Like we know Jimmy's coming
yeah.
back, and they're blitzing them. I tweeted it out. I said, look, I said last night at 5 a.m. because I was wide awake, and I was like, look, Steve today is going to get 10 threes from post, Gee and Buddy. And I thought Gee was going to be part of the game plan. Gee was not
Yeah.
part of the game plan, but
Yeah.
instead, I don't know who was the other person that gave some threes. Somebody else gave some threes. But Buddy and Post had some great games. Post didn't hit
Yep.
threes, but Buddy
Yep.
and Post. This was a Buddy and Post game. This was a grown man game from Post, despite not hitting a
Yeah, it was.
damn shot. A
Yep.
great fucking game from Post.
Yep.
And Buddy, look, he got hot, and I was like, Steve is going to get a game out of these role players. And I was like, once they win this game, getting a game out of the role players in game 4, Jimmy's going to come back. They're going to rout them by 20 in game 4. Like, this is not even going to be close. And then they're going to win a tight game in game 5, and they're going to win. And I guess now I ask you guys, because it's a tight series on the other side. Who do you like better? Because I like the Lakers, and I'm hoping the
All
Lakers
right,
come
here we
back. And
go.
I hope the Lakers win it in 7. And I want to take LeBron out in 5 in the next round. Like, that's my thought. Like, that team can't guard shit. And I want to beat LeBron again. And I think if
Yeah,
it's a 7-game series,
Yeah,
that Lakers team's
I'm
going
gonna
down the stretch.
be
you're a
I'm
dog.
gonna I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, we might have to cut that story out. No, uh, the basketball head in me is going. I feel like the Wolves are going to win this series.
I think so too.
The
But I'm rooting for the
conspiracy
Lakers.
theorist in me is going. We haven't even seen the refs get involved in this, and I just can't imagine the Lakers not advancing. So it's like left side of brain versus right side of brain. Like logically speaking, the Wolves match up incredibly well with them. They can actually defend.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers have no one who can stay in front of Ant. Ant can get to the rim at will. They're generating good shots because nobody can stay in front of Ant. I don't really see what the Lakers can do to change that. But then the other part of me will go, A lot of business on the line. The Lakers are good for business. So I don't know. It's a total, like I said, it's left side versus right side of
Who
brain.
would you rather the Warriors play is the question, though.
Lakers.
Not who you think's going to win. Yep,
Lakers.
Sam's been on the Lakers. I think I'd rather play the Wolves. And for the reason I'm good with the refs. Like I don't want to spend like tonight. I thought the refs were really good. There were one play where Dylan Brooks tackled Steph. One play. But besides that, I thought the refs were good tonight. And so I can't do the refs for 5, 6, 7. I can't do it with the Lakers. I can't watch a game and pray Austin Reeves don't get calls. Like, do you know what's going to happen, Sam? You called this. Like, what's going to happen
frustrating. You're right.
Austin Reeves going to have 30 points on 25 free throws. I can't do it. I just can't.
It's two different types of frustration. The Wolves, on the other hand, have all the same like length and defensive versatility to frustrate the Warriors, but they can actually put the ball in the basket.
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's just like I don't know what the Lakers can do to guard the Warriors, to be honest with you. Considering how physical this series is, and even if it is a short series, they are just hitting the Warriors every possession. I'd rather go against a team that can't guard. Also, let's be real. Warriors Lakers is good for business.
I think we're getting Warriors Lakers just because of that. Like I know it's just. Can you imagine if that doesn't happen? Like it's bad for the league.
It's good for business. It's good for business, and I just think for the Warriors, man, it would be nice to get a little rest and reprieve in terms of the defense that they're facing in the next round. Even if they took even if the Lakers was a 6-game series, even if it was a 7-game series, it's not going to be a physical series in the same way that a Wolves series would be, and they're going to be seeing either the Thunder, the Clippers, or the Nuggets. I hope it's the Nuggets. I mean, pray, let the Nuggets let that Aaron Gordon shot carry them past the Clippers
or
and let Jokic.
Clippers.
Let's let 2 MVPs battle in the next round, and let's let Jokic just come through in the 7th game. Like, let's let that happen because I would love to see the Nuggets in the next round too. But man, I think I'm praying it's the Lakers, and I think the Wolves are going to wrap this up in 5 or 6, and I'm a little worried about that because
they should.
I want to get a little additional rest versus whatever team is next. I think the Wolves are going to be finishing at the same time as we are. I think it's 5 games both series. But I'm rooting for the Lakers. I'm a LeBron guy. I love LeBron. I love Luka.
All right. You out of here. Yeah. Later, Mikas. Yeah, sorry. Enough of
from the comments. I don't know how I'm going to play 2K. He's already blasted. I love Mikas. I'm glad you came on. Good man. Great story. What a start. What a start off to the Goon Sesh. Light years Goon Sesh.
Gio, what's up, man? Gio.
Yo, what's up, guys? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in now.
Yeah, bro. I mean, what a fucking game, bro. Like, Steph is the GOAT. Like, I gotta say, bro, right? Like, you have, like, Jokic complaining about that Jamal Murray and all his teammates. Steph has GP2 and, like, Gary Payton. Gary Payton and Buddy Hield as his co-stars versus, like, a good team. Like, I don't know, bro. I think Curry's underrated. Like as like probably like the 5 best players like this playoff. Like I think like at least in my opinion, because like bro, like that's a good right here, bro. That's a good.
Good Gio.
I mean, we agree with you. Like he makes. I just can't think of another player who makes these lineups work. Like
no
to
one.
To be honest with you, like you can argue other players are more versatile than Steph. Or can do certain things he can. I'm sitting here. I'm just going like, I don't know another player who can make a Buddy Hield, GP2, Moses Moody, Draymond lineup, or like a Draymond Quentin Post line. Like it's undersized. It lacks any sort of offensive stuff.
Steph is so good that they literally like decide to put like scrubs around him because like he elevates like players to such a level that it's sort of insane. But like so they put like scrubs like. No offense to like Gary, but Gary's not a scrub. But Gary is like he's a very limited player. No offense to him. So is
yeah. I mean, it's why he bounced around the G League. Everyone knows he can defend. Yeah. Every other team was like, I don't know where we play him on offense. And to your point, like that's Steph Curry, where they're just like, we know he can defend, but Steph can make him actually playable on offense. Our guy Nate Duncan, by the way, appreciate you, Gio. Our guy Nate Duncan loves to bring up this point. The best rim runner Steph has ever played with is a 6'2" guard, GP2. And it's not false. It's not false. Like, unless you want to say JaVale McGee for like a couple of years there, but like,
Yeah, but GB2 plays real minutes. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
yeah,
GB2 is like, he's finishing games, and this is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Like, they won a championship with GB2 being the rim runner. Enough said.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up with my guys?
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute. How you doing?
Man, good man. Just out here in Houston, they hate me as much as they hate Steph, and I love it. So, yeah,
What
I'm
is the
just.
vibe in Houston like right now? Just give us
Oh, boy.
boots on the ground take.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got you. It's full of delusion, man. Like I had this security guard at my job that tells me like every time, it's the new Rockets now. Y'all old. Y'all can't do it anymore. They just too old. I said, all right, buddy, this is gonna be done in 5. And then Warriors, we messed it up the last game. We didn't win it, but I was like, all y'all doing is just tackling and holding and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, you guys can't even play defense. You guys don't even have a basketball team. So I mean, really, what's gonna happen? I loved the game tonight. I loved how Steph like just took the game over, and GP2 helped out. I thought the role players would have been. I thought I would have got more from post scoring, but I think now that they got their feet wet at home, they're gonna be like on fire on Monday, and especially with Jimmy, if he comes back, he's gonna open it up more with driving to the lane, and I expect Quentin
Yep.
Post to have more open shots
Yep.
and stuff like that. And so, I think Steph would take a back seat, and I would want him to take a back seat on Monday because what's gonna happen on Wednesday is Curry is having a eulogy for the Rockets, and he's about to end their season. And Steph is going to be jingling his keys to his Airbnb property at the Toyota Center and closing it down for basketball activities, and it's only going to be open for concerts. So,
It's a hell
My
of a
man,
call.
Steph is their dad, man, and so I expect Jalen Green and all them to have Father's Day cards early, so they don't have to wait until June. They won't be getting in the building or anything like that. But yeah, so I mean, but these Houston folks, man, I already told them, I'm just like, you guys got blind faith. Y'all putting your faith in this coach that fumbled a title and Nia Long in the same summer. Let's be freaking for real. Like,
Hey, but by the way, Ime Udoka, some of the quotes coming out of him before the game talking about how fans don't run up on him, talking. So it's like, bro, what is going on? Like, is this guy a coach or is he a fucking like a goon? Like,
oh, he must,
I don't understand. I mean, he was a goon when he was a basketball player, so I get it. But like, man, that
yeah,
is,
he must be looking for trouble in the financial district. But if he
yeah.
go up Third Street a little bit
Hey,
further, I
you
don't think
don't want to do that.
I don't think he want that smoke.
No, yeah, no, not.
yeah, everyone's really nice to him at the Four Seasons. Oh yeah, man, real tough one right there, right?
Exactly, man.
I
But
just, it's childish. It's why I was mentioning earlier how Steve Kerr coached them. I didn't like. It's just like Steve Kerr is just a consummate professional. I don't know. Some of this stuff is it's unbecoming. I think, but maybe I'm the old guy. Maybe I'm the
You
old
are
guy
you're
in
the old.
clouds.
You are
Maybe
the
I'm
hey,
the
but
old guy.
hey,
It's
but
one
what
thing coming from a player. It's like, dude, you're the head coach, man. Like, come on.
exactly?
I mean,
But
that's kind of who the Rockets are, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's facts. It's facts.
Udoka took them from being a joke to like they're a playoff team now. They're a legitimate team, but
Yeah.
like they also like that's kind of all they are. They just play hard. There's no real growth beyond like just fucking fouling every play.
Right.
eh, eh,
But
what once Steph ends their season, they can go and try out for the Texans. Oh wait, holding and stuff is like that's penalties too. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know what they're gonna do. I guess 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
yeah, yeah.
they can enjoy it. Appreciate you, my man.
All
Thank you,
right,
sir.
peace out, man.
Yes, sir.
Where else we going here? We got so many people. Let's get our guy Bleacher Dave up here.
Yes, sir. Back to back elite calls.
Oh,
Bleacher Dave, what's up, man?
what's up, Sam? What's up, Andy? What's happening, brothers?
Yes, sir. What's up,
Man,
man?
it's good to see y'all back together again. Man, look, I don't. I'm gonna get in and get out. I don't have a whole lot to say. I just got Steph Curry's overall full game performance tonight was stunning and thrilling and exciting and all the things that you see because he did. I mean, the dude that play where he blocked Van Vliet, tipped the ball to himself, and got the assist throwing the hit ahead was like, wow, what more can this dude do? Because he's doing everything. We all know he's a great offensive player. We all know he could use his gravity to get everybody else open. But defensively, he's been stout this series, and was particularly stout tonight. When they needed a rebound, he was getting rebounds. When he needed assists, he's doing spinning assists, crazy passes, the ones he turns over too many times, and that shit's working because GP2 is losing his mind. And so I just want to just take a minute and just call out his all court game and how he was just so inspiring for me to watch at a time when particularly when they were struggling in the first half offensively, and he hadn't yet gone crazy. This every game is a treasure with this dude. We already know this, but you can't go without saying, folks.
No, I agree
Go
with
ahead.
you. That's like, look, he's had more explosive games. Like we can all point to games where it's like he's hit shots where you're just like, I didn't know a human could do that type of stuff. But I'm with you. The way in which he controlled a game with a very undermanned side, where the Rockets kind of controlled the tempo for the first half of the game. That was a Rocket style game. That wasn't a Warrior style game. And they, this is where I feel like Steph is better now than he was a decade ago, because like a decade ago, he probably would have tried to take over and go into hero mode much earlier in the game and maybe turn the ball over too much and done kind of that stuff where he feels like he needs to. Now I feel like he's in total control and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to grind him down and I'll pick my spots as they come. But I have complete command of everything around me. Like he's really like playing chess and moving everyone around in a way that maybe he wasn't doing at this level in the past. So I'm with you. I thought this was, impressive is the right word for it. It's just like, it doesn't matter. Like put guys who compete with him. He'll figure out how to move them around the chessboard and make it work at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldest player, by the way, NBA history to have a playoff game with 30 plus, 5 plus boards, 5 plus assists, 5 plus threes. So to your point about all around, unreal.
He keeps getting more efficient. And some folks' favorite whipping boy, Steve Kerr, had a magnificent game tonight too,
Unreal.
man.
Hey,
Unreal.
we're with you. I think Steve's
Unreal.
I've been really liking Steve's coaching, not just this series, but this run for a while. But like this series specifically, like coming out, going for the jugular in game one.
Yep.
We know he usually likes to do the feel out game. He knows he doesn't not doing that. Game two, like, look, they undercut Jimmy. Game was kind of lost at that moment. Not much you can do from there. Perfect game plan for this game.
Yep.
I liked them starting Kuminga. I thought it was a smart move to try to get him going. And I think it worked. I think you don't get the good production in the third quarter out of Kuminga without starting him and getting everything going. And then just knowing exactly how much to play him, when to go to GP2 and Buddy, who's rolling. Like, I don't know. You couldn't have coached a better game, honestly, considering where they're at.
I think we don't talk about that enough. Not we, but like as in like in a series like this, it's just the coaching mismatch is enormous. It's just absolutely enormous when you look at Steve Kerr versus Udoka. I think in the Western Conference, like I can, if they play JJ Redick, that's a huge mismatch, right? Just down the line.
The Rockets are way too smug. Like you already called it Udoka talking about they're not brave. I'm like, dude, let me talk to you. I'm not nasty or vulgar, but I got something to say, right? I'm aggressive, but man, come on, man. And I'll get out on this one. Yeah, Amin Thompson, keep shooting, baby. We love it.
Amin Thompson.
Oh, you mean the Steph stopper? Someone he's never seen before. Oh God.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all. Love any community with y'all. Appreciate y'all. Keep up the good work. Hey, I'm going Monday. Let's stay wet, babies. Hear me in the dubs. Let's go.
Tag us in some pictures. I want to see what it's like.
You got it.
Oh, that's awesome. By the way, everyone,
Dave, much love.
This is a good Surfside game. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now.
Yes,
guys.
I got you.
I got the iced tea. I need a little caffeine, to be honest. A little iced tea and vodka right here. 0 bubbles, 100 grams. The drink of champions. Everyone, Surfside.
100 calories, 2 grams of it's 4.5.
By the way, hell of a deal at Costco in Northern California right now on them. 18 pack, less than $1 a can. Best deal. Like, honestly, given how expensive everything is right now, you're just never going to get anything better than that. All right, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? We got so many people. Let's get our guy Tatian up here.
50
real
people
quick.
in here. See, all right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you coming in, bro.
Ah, man. Yeah, this is going to be Warriors in 5. I should have said Warriors in 4, personally. But I just had the realization that Dylan Brooks is on the team. So I thought someone was going to get hurt. I didn't think Amen Thompson was going to take out my guy, Jimmy. But hey, it is what it is. And to that point, I got to give a shout out to Steve Kerr because he accurately identified that Amen Thompson, who apparently is their second best player, mind you, that team is so sorry on offense. He is the X factor of the series, and we see it that even Post can handle him in the middle of the floor, and we already know that as much as he can do a great job on Steph Curry, one, he can't guard him. Two, there's going to be so many cross matches all throughout the game that he's going to get off of a men anyway. You will see Fred VanVleet guard him more often. And so at this point, I'm just going to have to ask the question. When is Ime Udoka, the black Taylor Jenkins, by the way, is going to bench Amen Thompson? That has to be the question that needs to be asked because Amen has not been great in these past 3 games.
Speaking of Taylor Jenkins, Jalen Green up here giving us a very Grizzlies type quote.
Just talking. You know, he can't really do much of anything else, so talking his only way.
Hey, I'm gonna cut us off here because I've wanting to do this and I've been trying to find a way to do this. Tatiana, I'm sorry, but Draymond Green was incredible tonight on the defensive end. That was
I was about to get to that as well, but hey, I'm gonna let you.
No. Just that was. I was annoyed by the turnovers. He had 5 of them, and probably could have had 5 more. And he was bad, but defensively, oh my god, that was special. That was on a day or a couple days ago when Evan Mobley won the Defensive Player of the Year. To me, it just I would not rather have anybody else. I don't even know if I said it right, but that final play against Şengün was telling. It just Şengün was shook tonight. He was definitely shook down the stretch. Big game like this, Draymond just doing his thing, man. Like you're not moving him in the post. You're not moving him. You're not scoring over him in traffic. He's getting rebounds. He's screaming at you. He got that game-winning steal to end the game. Draymond is something fucking special on defense, and he still is. He still is on a night like tonight where I think like he knew that they don't have a chance if he doesn't defend because
he's and it's like Jalen Green, like
yeah. I mean,
talk all you want. Draymond's a big part of the reason you guys are down right now.
To be fair, we all expected this defensive masterclass from Draymond as soon as we saw not only Evan Mobley get the award, but Dyson freaking Daniels got more first place votes. Yeah. That was a joke, man. Like, come on. The team cannot play defense and they're below 500. Like, come on, man. Like, this is why we can't take player voting seriously or media voting seriously.
Yeah. And the other thing I'm going to say is, like, look, the Warriors were undermanned offensively, and anytime Draymond needs to take like a more active role offensively, it's like it's going to look clunky at times. Like he's not a scorer. If he has to put up 12 to 15 shots, like there's going to be a couple where you're like, oh, yeah, I wish I didn't have to take that. But whatever. So he took 4 more shots than he wanted. You don't win this game without his defense. Like watch the game. He made more winning plays than basically anyone out there. And it's like defense is perennially one of those things where people love to notice the highlight plays. They don't notice the just amount of shots he makes more difficult that just lead to them being a little less efficient every time down the floor. And lo and behold, well, would you look at that? The Rockets didn't score 100 again, That's Draymond. That's what defense is. Defense is about forcing guys into tough shots, bad looks, and it's going to work out for you in the end. I don't know. I think he's playing great basketball. I always see when people are like, "Oh, he's playing poorly because of turnovers." It's like watch the entire game. Yeah, it would be better.
"Quote unquote," Draymond can't be a starter on a series team. I saw that tweet from somebody, by the way. I'm not going to say who, but I know. Like, come on, let's relax.
Yeah, I think the main. But yeah,
The main
I'm with you.
compliment that we can give to Draymond historically is that in a playoff series, he makes all-stars and Hall of Famers turn into role players when shit hits the fan. That is the greatest compliment you can ever give a defender, whether maybe you think KG is better or Bill Russell is better. Like Draymond is capable of doing that. So you got to tip your cap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, we're gonna get to more people, but I just want to do this real quick. I appreciate every one of you, and I appreciate everyone who supports us. If you want to support us, support our sponsors. And guys, I'm gonna tell you about Via. Trusted by over 500,000 happy customers, Via is changing the game with natural wellness, blending powerful, high-quality hemp-derived ingredients, delivering effective drive benefits. Whether you're looking to sleep better, that's a big one for me, have better libido, a big one for Andy, improve focus, recovery, or just simply relax, Via has a tailored solution for you with products ranging from 0 to high cannabinoid levels. Via lets you customize your experience and fit your need. And that's really my favorite part of the entire Via thing, because like for me, when I'm looking to have an edible or gummy or something like that, like the main thing I'm looking for is something that's just going to help me relax, unwind, get a good night's sleep so I can wake up the next day and do the bazillion things I have to do. And with Via, I'm able to find that. The mood relax one, that's my go-to jam, Andy. That's the one I'm talking about today. So guys, check out Via. And the best part, Via ships legally across the US. Direct, discreet, to your door, no medical card required. Guys, it's simple. You must be over 21. Check out the links, Via in our description, and Via's annual spring 420 sale, Black Friday level savings, up to 35% site-wide right now, up to 50% off packs and bundles, and free gifts and more. So it's really simple. You go there, use the code LIGHTYEARS, get free shipping on orders over $50. That's code LIGHTYEARS. Get yourself some discounts, get some Via. Have a very relaxing evening, my friends.
Well done. Light Years Podcast, we are brought to you by LinkedIn. As a small business owner, you do not have the luxury of clocking out early. Your business is on your mind 24/7. So when you're hiring, you need a partner that grinds just as hard as you do. That is LinkedIn Jobs. When you clock out, LinkedIn clocks in. LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, share it with your network, get qualified candidates that you can manage all in one place. At the end of the day, the most important thing to your small business is the quality of candidates. And with LinkedIn, you can feel confident that you're getting the best. Let your network know you're hiring. You can even add a hashtag hiring frame to your profile picture and get 2 times more qualified candidates. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. And check this out. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lightyears. That's linkedin.com/lightyears. Post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Nice. We got more we're going to cut through here. We're going to have to power through these, by the way. If you're coming on, we need to go through it a little quicker, everyone. Appreciate everyone, though. The list keeps growing. Like, we're not keeping it's
I love
going to go.
I love the Gooners. I love the Light Years
Bro,
Gooners.
after a big win
No
like
hate.
tonight, I get it. I totally get it. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening? First time caller, long time gooner.
Let's go.
I just wanted to thank you guys, and man, shout out Steph, GP, and fucking Quinn Post, and fuck Ime Udoka. Just no matter what, I fucking hate that dude so much. And that's it, nice and quick. Thank you guys.
That's the
Appreciate
goal. Let's go.
Let's go. Andy, I got a question for you. Ime or Taylor Jenkins? Like more
Ime because
more
No.
annoying, more hate. What's your from that lens?
Yeah, well, I think Ime is going to hit a little harder because it's 2 series now. It's the Celtics and then this. Taylor Jenkins was way crazier though. Taylor Jenkins talking about Jordan Poole tapping John Morant's knee and saying, what did he say? Broke the code? That was worse than anything Ime has ever said. To be fair, like that was worse than anything Ime has ever said. That was clown shit. Clown shit.
Yeah, the Rockets have been clowns about Draymond, but Ime hasn't been the one talking about like dirty or stuff like that. He's just telling people to fucking play harder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's fair. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's get Paratosh up here.
Hey guys, can you hear
Paratosh,
me?
what's up, man?
I'm good. You guys can hear me, right?
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I strategically went out for dinner because I knew I wasn't going to get through the first 3 quarters of headache or like stress watching this game. I just wanted to say, have you guys noticed that Sengun never tries to flex on Draymond? It's always like he'll call a screen, get like pods or someone on him, score on them, and then flex, but never against Draymond. I wonder why that is. But my question is, when the Warriors play anyone, why do all of them turn into these front runners? Udoka is talking shit in the post game after winning one game. You have Sengun obviously doing this. Van Vliet, did you guys see last time he said something like, "You better play Jimmy's back," as if these guys weren't the ones who injured them as well. And then like PJ Washington when we played Dallas. So I just thought like, why are these guys such front runners every single time when the Warriors play them?
It's a good point, Paratosh. Appreciate you. I think they can get in the Warriors' heads.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting here, it's like, at this point, you really think that's a thing that's going to happen? You might beat them because they're undermanned, they're older, whatever it is. But like, you really think Steph's going to be like, oh, I can't believe Jalen Green said that to me. You know, oh, I can't believe Fred Van Vliet. Like, I don't know. It's just,
I think
it feels kind of soft.
it goes back to Steph. Just Steph looks like a guy you can punk. Just
Right.
he always looks like a guy you can punk, and then you get on the court and you're the one that's getting punked. Just people
Yeah.
still don't get it, especially these young kids. But again, like to your point, they take after the coach, they take after the vets. Dylan Brooks, a clown, and they take after him, right? So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Draymond has some words, but we'll get to that in a second.
ooh,
Let's get Alex up here.
okay. Steph was bleeding again because these motherfuckers don't cut their damn nails. That's funny. Comments are funny.
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm a gooner now, so I've been lurking for a while, all season. I'll be trying to be quick, but I've been watching since 2015. I was a bandwagoner, and now
Hell
I'm
yeah.
on the train. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, just shout out to Steph because like he played 41 minutes tonight. I could have sworn he played more, but Kerr was pretty good about getting him some spots where he could rest. And shout out Steve Kerr because rotations were on point. But shout out to Andy, I think it was, made the call that they were going to go more high pick and roll with Steph and whoever. And you had the calls on the Buddy breakout game and on that. So for real, I mean, I guess my question to end it, I'll let you guys go. But do you think even with Jimmy back that that's going to continue? Or do you think they'll just continue to switch up and go more motion like they have been?
I think they'll probably go more motion. My personal opinion, by the way, appreciate it. Call in, everyone. First time callers, we love first time callers. The more, the merrier. What Jimmy allows them to do, because I thought this was a master class from Steve Kerr in terms of like he did not. My biggest Steve Kerr criticism over the years has been having Steph sit while the other team goes on a massive run. You know, that's always been the issue, right? I think Steve was really good about getting Steph rest and then throwing him out there before any sort of major run happened. Like that was finals level rotation type of stuff where it's just like, nope, we're going to buy you 2 minutes and get you in there. And we're going to do it in the smartest way possible type of stuff. We're going to use a timeout. We're going to do stuff to make this 2 minute spurt feel like a 5 minute rest, you know, like that sort of stuff. Right. I think the biggest thing having Jimmy back does is it allows him to not have to run Steph into the ground as aggressively. And he can run a little more Jimmy offense with Steph off the floor. And like, quite frankly, just like, I don't think it's sustainable to have Steph have to play this type of like control the game for 48 minutes for 2 months type of basketball. So obviously Jimmy allows them to, you know, let Steph kind of rest a little bit, be a decoy and do other things.
You said it, dude. NBA Finals level urgent. Honestly, like not even NBA Finals. Like sometimes Steve don't even do this in the NBA Finals. Like Game 7 energy is what Steve has been coaching. Urgency is what he has been coaching it with. And he sat for I think 2 minutes in the fourth quarter because right when he sat down, I was watching. I was like, all right, when's he coming back in? What's Steve going to do here? Is he going to wait till the Rockets cut it to 2, or And what Steve did is he brought him back in when there was a timeout. Like literally the next timeout he brought in, it was an extended review or whatever it was. And the next thing he did, Steph was back in with 6 minutes left in the game and closed it out. Like I think TK always tweets this. Like if you get Steph back into the game with some semblance of rest and the Warriors are winning, like he's going to be a plus 95% of the time. And when he came back into the game, right? They're up 1, they're going to win more often than not.
I mean, wasn't that the craziest stat at halftime? They scored 0 points the 4 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like, I know the offense going to be worse without Steph, but that was just like one of those where it's like, really? You didn't like get like a random, like off a turnover layup, you know? So sometimes it was that kind of game though. It was that kind of game. Hey, Krima, how you doing?
Hey, can you
Yes,
guys
yes.
hear me?
What up?
Yeah,
Well, you
loud
know.
and clear.
Look, I
We're
know
feeling.
it's been so long, but it's good to see you guys. And I'm gonna make this quick because it's super late out here, you know, but I stay up because that's what I do. But just great win all around. You guys are awesome. The goons, well, the gooners. What is that? What we're doing now?
Yeah.
Are lighting it up.
If you want to, but you know you don't have to. We're not gonna pressure you.
What? No, I'm kidding. No, but listen, great win. We love to see it always. Stefan is the GOAT of all GOATs, okay? We just got to keep this rolling. And I'm not even going to say anything about certain people, but it was a collective effort. We all got it together. And I love it. I love it. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. I'll still be here, okay?
Much
Do it
love.
again. We need more big wins like this. Bring everyone together, Krima.
We do. Exactly.
Appreciate you as always. Have a great evening.
Good night. Yeah, I think she's on the East Coast. I think that's why.
She is, yeah. East
past
Coast.
midnight.
So you know,
Oof.
past midnight. It's quite the evening. Ooh, the list keeps growing.
We got a lot of East Coast listeners. And West Coast, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we gotta.
I actually don't know that it's really that like heavily skewed in either direction. I just think you and I take note of it when they're not from the Bay Area. We're like, oh,
yeah,
ooh,
that is
ooh,
facts.
New York, oh, Brazil,
That is
ooh.
facts. Brazil. Ishan, what up?
What's
dude?
up,
Nice
Ishan?
chat.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's up? This game kind of reminded me of 2023 Game 3 Sacramento, backs against the wall, like without Draymond, this time without Jimmy. It's hard not to believe in this team sometimes when our back is against the wall, so that's why it hurts so much when they lose. But I was gonna ask you a question like about Draymond. Like it was starting off to look like a really good Draymond game, and then it almost looked like one of the worst Draymond games ever. And then I checked the timeline, and everyone's like, get Draymond off this team. I don't want to see Draymond in a Warriors jersey ever again.
If the timeline coached, the Warriors would never make the playoffs.
To be fair, like I'm part of it too. So yeah, you're right. You're fucking right.
And then like I was even finding myself like he's my favorite player, but like I was finding myself getting so frustrated with the way he's playing. But then obviously just insane down the stretch. Do you think Draymond deserves to be talked like about like that when they're like, I don't want him ever to have a Warriors jersey on again. I hate him. Get rid of him. Because for Steph games, we're just like, okay, Steph, come on, what the fuck? Let's get it going. What do you guys think when it comes to Draymond?
I'm defensive over Draymond personally. So I can't ride with that because I think he is more important to everything the Warriors have done over the past decade, including to today, than he ever gets credit for. You know, like people don't really appreciate defense. People don't appreciate the little things. There's kind of this idea among most fans that like it's just effort. I'm like, bro, if it's just effort, Guy Santos could be Draymond, but it's not just effort. You know, there's an actual skill that goes into it, right? So I think people are always a little harsh with him. With that said, I also understand why he rubs people the wrong way because he's definitely done things over the years that that I get. So
and I appreciate you, Ishan. I think the Draymond thing is so it's hard because it's as we're all hardcore fans here. It's like I'm sick of Draymond half the time. Like half the time he's talking about other people, like for example, like the cat stuff. It's like, dude, can you just shut the like, please, just stop. Just apologize and keep it moving, dude. And he won't. and he just keeps going. So, but end of the day, you watch a performance like this. It's kind of like the Shedeur Sanders stuff. It's like, dude, if Shedeur Sanders was a great QB, he would be drafted. Like, the other stuff doesn't matter. So if Draymond's going to be an elite defender like he was tonight, none of the other shit matters. Nothing matters if you're great at the sport that you're getting paid to do or at the job you're getting paid to do. None of it matters. What is this picture, Sam? What is this? Oh, this is Jimmy
Jimmy's
Butler's
Instagram. Yeah.
Oh.
So, Jimmy thrown up.
That's
By the
funny.
way, it's
That's
nice
funny.
having a co-star who's just like team slurp Steph.
Yeah, he knows he knows what to do. He's smart.
He knows how to endear himself to the fans. Like, hey, I wasn't
He
out there
does.
tonight, but I'm gonna act like you guys online tonight.
Yeah.
I do. I hope Jimmy is healthy, and then I kind of, he does seem to have a little bit of a like flair for the dramatic, like a little bit of the attention here and there, and I don't really care. To be fair,
Yeah.
I was
Just
gonna say,
Batman signal for Steph's Under Armour logo. For those that are listening on audio, just
is he even a? I don't think he's an Under Armour guy, to be honest. I don't think he has a
no way,
specific
no
shoe
way
deal,
he
but
is.
like, that's
No way
kind
he
of
is. Me.
what I was gonna say. Is I do enjoy him and Steph just like aesthetically the way they play off of each other. So I hope he stays healthy. I hope we get kind of the type of performances the two of them I think are capable of in games that matter. You know,
Jimmy Butler's Li Ning. But yes, to your point, yeah, I don't even know what Li Ning is, and I'm Chinese.
That's D Wade, buddy.
Okay.
So
do you think he's gonna play Game 4?
I do. I think my read on it was, it's one of those, if they lost, we'd say they got too cute, but they're like, man, if we can just buy him 2 extra days, now it's like a week for the injury and it's going to be better. Whereas if he plays through it, it's going to keep getting hurt and it's going to be that sort of thing. I don't know if it's going to play out that way, but you've seen the Warriors and you've seen, quite frankly, other teams do that all the time. So that's just my theory. I could be wrong, but
I mean, I trust you. I thought he was going to play Game 3. I don't know shit. I'm just guessing. Sam sources. All right, let's go.
Sam sources calling it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're whittling it down. We're getting there. I think we got some Discord goons, right? Coming up.
We got people coming through. Dylan, what's up, man?
Go. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, not much, guys. I jumped on the exercise bike when we went up 87-84 and didn't stop until we won that game. So I was super hype. Yeah, I mean, Steph, man, just ridiculous. Like, I can't. I mean, how is this still happening? He's 37 years old. It's amazing. I just, like, people are not, like you said, Sam, this might be 5 more years of this. He could be 41, 42 years old and still, like, not maybe at this level, but like still playing at an NBA level. Like, it's just crazy.
That's kind of where my head's at. I kind of gave up trying to put an end on it like 2 years ago. And I'm just like, you know what? He can really stretch this for longer than anyone thinks. And I'm just going to try to enjoy it. And that's part of the reason I get so frustrated by them, like trying to be too cute with 2 timelines and everything, where I'm just like, bro, I don't know how many more years he has. This might be the end. This might be the last great year, or he might have 3 more, but I know when I'm watching greatness.
Absolutely.
And I'd rather just be all in on it and enjoy it than try too hard to be too smart about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And I know we got a couple other people, probably McWalter's got to wrap it up here in a second, but last thing I wanted to say is, man, I do not want to go. I want to end this thing in Houston, man. We got to end this thing in Houston in 5. Like, it's just like, there's just so much like poetry there, like just like humiliating them one more time in the Toyota Center. Like, it's, we need
I agree. And I think there's the other aspect of it too. It's like, they're older. It would be nice to have a 5-game series instead of 7-game series. It'd be nice to to get a couple of these. Like, the biggest reason OKC is going to be an overwhelming favorite is they're about to sweep Memphis. They get to be in these positions where they get in. Yeah, exactly.
They did sweep. Yeah, done.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying.
No, you're right. It's light work for them.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Dylan. Have a great evening, man.
Clippers Nuggets going to go 7, right? Like, okay,
yeah, I think I honestly think Lakers Wolves will go 7 too.
I agree. At least 6. So yeah,
Yeah,
the
'cause
Warriors have a good chance here to make it 5. You're right.
I mean, it would be
You're right.
it would be a best case scenario for the Warriors if they go 5 and the team they're going against plays 7, because if they go 7, they're almost gifting you game 1. They got to like kill themselves on, a day ahead of time. How many teams have you seen after a hard game 7 just immediately drop game 1? You know?
I
So I don't want to
I
get too
tend
ahead
to
of myself,
agree.
but you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I know. I hear you. I agree. Like I don't want to think about it yet. We'll see tomorrow. If the Lakers lose tomorrow, ooh,
I
boy,
mean, we're talking
they are
sweep
in
after game 1,
trouble.
and they fucking undercut Jimmy at the beginning
They
of game.
would have swept them. They would have swept them. They
Yeah.
would have. It would have been 5 for sure. Like 5 for sure if Jimmy's fully healthy. This is over in 5. But instead, we're
Right.
hoping, right? But it's
So
you know.
I'm inviting people up. If you don't accept the invite relatively quick, I'm going to move in a different direction. O'Neal, what's up, man?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up? First time caller. Also out here on the East Coast in Massachusetts.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
tell you, just waiting on the Celtics Warriors finals rematch.
I don't know what to tell you, brother. I think it's going to be Cleveland.
You might be right. You might be right. But man, Sam, you said it earlier, dude. I just cannot get over how Steph makes these lineups work. Like he's out there with Kavan and GP2 and Moody and Pods, and it's like 1.25 shooters. And they're not only holding it down, like they're extending this lead. And I just think, like, who else in the NBA gets this win? Like maybe Jokic with that supporting cast against that defense. But even he needs shooters and dudes who can finish at the rim. And we have like 2 of those. Just unreal masterclass from Steph.
Yeah.
I just you watch a game like this and I feel like he's just never talked about enough. And again, like whatever, who cares? We're all here to watch the Warriors and stuff. But just it kills me to this day that he's 37 years old. That he just we don't talk about Steph as the greatest offensive player of all time enough for my liking. That's all I'll say. I hear too much about Jokic being a great offensive engine. I hear too much about Luka, and I'm staring how I'm watching these games, and I'm just like, are you? Did I just see GP2 get another wide open dunk because you're triple teaming Steph at half court?
Yeah, I will say I love Jokic. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's the first player who's made me consider someone other than Steph offensively. But to your point, Andy, I think all 4 of his starters are better offensively than anyone that the Warriors ran out next to Steph tonight. Like it's like Aaron Gordon. That'd be awesome.
If Steph had Aaron Gordon,
It's like do the same thing you do GP2, but with a guy who can actually get his head above the rim and is 6'10",
MPJ might average 7 threes a game next to dude. He might average 7 3, like Klay Thompson, pretty much.
I mean, he's not the defender Klay is, but I'm not sure he's a worse offensive player than Klay.
Shooting
he can
incredible.
shoot.
He's a real shooter.
Jamal Murray, 10x what Jordan Poole was, and Jordan's good, but that's a guy who's done it as the primary. Like that's the point. Steph's out here doing it with Buddy Hield.
If you put Steph on the Nuggets, golly, I wonder if they're. Ooh, just thinking about it.
Are they better? Are they better?
No, they're better in my head. But okay, all right. So
I hear you. Appreciate you, man. Have a great evening. Oh, yeah,
big Nuggets win. Big Nuggets win.
That's a crazy play. Did you think he got that in time?
I don't think he did. I felt like his fingertip was still on the ball. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever.
They called it good, and I couldn't tell from the replay enough that I would change my mind. So
they didn't freeze frame it. They could have freeze framed it. I don't like what. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. All right.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yes, sir.
Yo, so I'm in Detroit visiting family, watching the game. Bunch of stuff haters, like complete disrespect. I had to go to a separate room to watch the game alone. It was bad, but I knew Steph was on one because in the second quarter he flipped the switch, high screen and roll. He says, "Shangoon, I'm just gonna run past you every time." Not only that, when you put the little guy on me, I'm gonna cook him. And not only that, when we talked about Draymond's defense earlier, how about Steph's? Locked up Van Fleet a few times, got the switch on Jalen Green, locked him up. I mean, come on. What can we say?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Steph's defense. It's incredible all series.
It was, particularly in that stretch where they could not score the ball. Like the second quarter was really frustrating to watch. And there was a couple points where I was like, man, the Rockets, if they hit a shot here, it might be 15, might be too much, type of thing. And Steph had some key defensive possessions there where I was just like, damn, where's this? The block and assist in transition to, I want to say
Yeah.
Kume, that just big
Buddy
time
Hield.
plays.
So wait, so hold on. Here's the real question. Don't leave yet. So did you walk back out after the game was over and check the
Oh
reaction
yeah,
of the
definitely.
what would they
Silence,
yeah.
silence,
Yeah.
silence. Like, how could you guys hate on Captain America? He literally, I thought they would have turned over a new leaf after the summer. Come on, this is like Steve Rogers Curry here.
All right.
Silence.
We'll leave it there. You're right. How can you hate after the summer? He saved your favorite players during the Olympics. Show some
Exactly.
respect.
Isn't
Show
Draymond a
some
Detroit guy? Isn't Draymond from Detroit?
He is.
No
he
love.
is.
No love.
He is. No love here. No
All
love
right.
here.
All right. All right. All right.
Appreciate you, man. Have a great
Yep.
evening.
You too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know Detroit didn't like Steph. Oh, there you go. Cade Cunningham, guys. Cade. Big
Kade's a
time
nice player. I like Cade.
Big time player. Yeah, big time. Malik Beasley, big time player. Tim Hardaway, big time player. Who knew?
Tobias Harris, that's my guy.
Tobias Harris. Is that your guy?
No, not really. But late night dubs. What's up, man?
Late night dubs. Uh-oh. Unmute yourself, late night dubs. I think that's the problem. Or not. He might be cooked. He might be asleep.
Sleep at the wheel? That's okay. It's a late night.
Yeah,
late night dubs. You call back in.
4
Maybe in an
a.m.
earlier evening.
Oh, we got a couple more. All right, I know these goons. I know these gooners.
All right, Chase. Chase on the case.
Chase.
All right, we have to move in a different direction.
Okay. Gooners assemble. Yeah, for sure. What'd you think about the Niners draft?
Loved it. I was all in on their 6th round picks.
Didn't have one, by the way.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
what's up, man?
There we go. We got you.
Appreciate it. So I don't know what happened there before, but first, just wanted to put you guys on. Got some Surfside right here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Went picked it up
Showing
at Costco the other day here in Jersey. It was really good. Also, Kuminga. I don't know about you guys. When I was watching the mitten at the end of the game, I couldn't help but just think if Kuminga just do half of that, we'd win the title in 5. We'd run through the entire organization, the entire NBA easily. But he just doesn't want to do that. He just doesn't know how to slow down just briefly. If he slowed down just a tiny bit, I think we could win. We could beat everybody without even blinking twice.
I think part of it is not. The more I think of it, it's like I think part of it is he does it when people say like, oh, we want to play like GP2 or something like that. I do think he just doesn't know how versus he doesn't want to. Now maybe it's the same thing. It could be the same thing, honestly. But it's like sometimes I watch these like clutch winning plays by GP2 and I'm just like, these aren't actually that easy. And Kuminga's he's never done it. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like
there's this like assumption that like, oh, if he just tries harder as a role player, he can do it. It's like
he could try harder.
No,
right? That's one thing. But like the other thing is like, he's not instinctually gonna cut to the rim like GP2. You know what I mean? GP2 is just like instinctually gonna, that type of stuff. Defensively.
Yeah, I feel like if he had taken Moody's approach to his, the first few years, it'd be a lot different. Unfortunately, I feel like he has more potential. I don't know if that's winning potential, but it's potential. And at this point, what do we do? Because if Jimmy's not healthy for game 4, I feel like we can win. But I'm not as confident. And if it goes 7 and we're, Steph's getting, what was it, 6 free throws in 2 games? That's I worry that we're not going to be able to pull it out. Not because we're not capable, but because we can get silenced if we're not getting the whistle the right way.
Yeah, his chance got shot this season because he got hurt for how long was he hurt for? He was hurt for like 2 months.
30 games.
Something
Yeah, like 30,
crazy.
35 games.
Something
Yeah.
crazy. And so I just part of it is just like he got took out of the season because if he was healthy,
Yeah.
theoretically he could have had a longer runway to figure it out, but and it might be too late. But hey, I will say
Yeah.
like he played good in the second half. Like he played well in the second half.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to see it resulting to scoring, and I know you guys had other people, so I'll leave it on this note. But Post, I think he's going to be the biggest beneficiary of Jimmy coming back. He had so many opportunities to get an open look that I think when he finally did get them, he was just kind of rusty. When you're expecting to get the pass and you
yeah.
don't do it so many times, it kind of throws you off. And I don't think he was ready at certain points when I would have liked him to pull because of that. So if he plays the way he did everywhere else, oh my God, the improvement from game to game, just in his season in general, it's remarkable. He could be a real winning player, not just for the Warriors,
Yes.
but a long-term player. Just being able to stretch the floor. He's not going to block shots, but he can definitely get his hand in there. And even when he's not gotten a good contest on people shooting a mid-range shot, uh, my God, he's just been doing good. And Pods, that mid-range at the end of the game, to be able to take that when he didn't
Yeah.
have any luck before, good for him. So,
Appreciate
guys,
you, man.
appreciate you having me. You have a great
Much
night.
love.
Yeah.
People love Pods. I mean, not Pods. Post. People love Post.
Dude,
He's got some winning plays, man. He's got some
I
winning traits.
actually, in some ways, I was more impressed with him tonight because he couldn't hit shit, but it didn't really affect his effort. He
Nope.
rebounded. That's a
Yep.
tough, like, he's kind of been soft in terms of rebounding the ball. Shengun and Adams are not easy dudes to go against. He held his own. So,
Yep.
gotta
And he missed a wide
respect him.
open three at the end of the third, and he's just like killing himself. And I'm just like, and I was frustrated because I was like, oh, that could have hit in the lead. And then I see him, and I'm just like, I mean, he's fucking more pissed than anyone else.
But
he's
it
that level of
didn't
player.
affect him. That's kind of my
but-
favorite part of it. Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, is what I mean. It was a good thing.
Yeah, no, you would
cares?
think he'd spiral off of that, but no, he's just back Bane on the next play. So you gotta like it. Hey, McWalters, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? What is up? God, the Rockets play with the desperation of a man who cheats on his fan. Oh, that's right. They're coached by that cheater guy, Ime. No wonder they play like that, those bitches. I mean, come on. They're all in their fields. Amen Thompson can't score on a second rounder. I'm flummoxed. I thought this guy was good. I guess he's showing why he didn't play in high school and went to some faux league in the East Coast. I mean, what the hell? He couldn't handle it out here in Cali where the real competition is. So he had to go back east and form his own league with his brother. What the hell, man? Anyways, at least they made some cash on the side. But having a word off with Jalen Green and Draymond, that is the dumbest thing you can possibly do. Dre plays his best when he's pissed off. And I've said this over and over and over and over and over again. The best Draymond is a pissed off Draymond. Why would you possibly poke the bear? That is the dumbest thing they could have done at the end of the game. We're already on a high. Now we're going to have a motivated Draymond to get us to 3-1, and then we're just going to close them out with Jimmy probably dropping about 55 on them in game 5 just because he wants to have a little revenge in Houston, and then they're all going to go out to the club afterwards and party it up. It's going to be freaking awesome. I hope the guy called in Houston meets up with them. I think it would be phenomenal. And, it's going to be great to dance on their graves, and let's go Warriors.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Oh, well done.
McWalters, are we getting this done in 5? Oh,
he left. He brought something up that I hadn't thought about. Dude, when Jimmy comes back, Jimmy's gonna be chalking like 30, huh? I didn't think about that because it's a very Jimmy thing to where it's just like he's probably gonna go up another couple levels because he's like, y'all hurt me. So I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, I'm very excited.
I am excited. Pray for the bear, Sam. Pray for the bear.
Pray for the bear. All right, guys. We're gonna leave it there. Appreciate everyone who called in. We'll be back. You know the deal. We'll be back after game.